Hello there and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at another 2024 election video. So, as you may have heard in the recent days, President Biden did say, that his plan is to run for re-election in 2024, and that's Donald Trump has also hinted at that. So for today, we're going to be looking at those two at a rematch in 2024 and what that would look like and the results through that. So we're going to dive straight into it today. So here we're going to go into our safe democratic states first for today. And as again, for 2024, there won't be massive demographic shifts, especially in the northeast and that area. So that's what we've got so far. That's our solid democratic states. So for our solid Republican states, again, there's nothing much that is going to change here. It's going to be a lot similar to 2020 in the solid states. And yeah, not generally not a huge demographic shifts at all. So for our likely democratic states, Colorado, again, not much is going to change. Minnesota is going to stay fairly consistent. Virginia, again, still going to stay with them. And yeah, that's what we've got so far. So for our likely Republican, I get Missouri, Kansas, Montana. They're traditionally more Republican states. There. So for our lean Democratic states, we're gonna have a look. I would say for our lean Democratic, I'd say Nevada, because you see here, you look at Nevada. In 2020, it went divided by 2.4%. In 2016, it went to Clinton by 2.4%, and in 2012 went by 6.7%. So again, as I've said, not major demographic shifts there. Maybe it'll get closer and closer, but not enough for it to shift. So we're going to keep that in the Biden column. And I'd say Michigan would be a lean democratic state, as we've got here. This is Biden's approval rating right now. He's a fairly well approved of president. He's a lot popular than Trump was, especially when he was in office, and will possibly remain that way. So for now, we've got Biden. He's a very popular president, and especially with the American Rescue Plan they've put through, he's still going to stay consistently popular for now. And again, Nebraska's second district, I would say would go as well. And New Hampshire, I wouldn't see shifting, especially since it is Biden. So now for Trump's lean states, I would say Ohio and Iowa, because they are quite Trump. They are very Trump states, and he has carried them before, and he could carry them again. So I actually am going to come back to Alaska in a second, and I'll talk about that later. So they are very Trump states, as in 2020. They went to by 8% and 8.1% and 8.1. So you come back and you have a look at 2012, went by 5.8 and 3 points, and then you come back and you have a look at 2008, you got 9.5% and 4.6%, and even Indiana going by 1%, which Indiana going Democratic would be impossible now. So yeah, not much is going to change there. They're still going to stay to Trump, especially in 2024. Maybe narrow up a little bit more, but apart from that, they're going to stay quite consistent to Donald Trump. So we're going to have a look at our tilt Democratic states now. Wisconsin, I would definitely say would be a tilt Democratic state, and I'd also say Pennsylvania would be a tilt Democratic state. Again, 2020, but went by 0.3%, and he carried it by 1.2%. So I definitely think Biden in 2024 will be able to carry those quite easily. So we're going to come back to the map now. And I forgot to characterize that hand by the presidency. So I forgot to characterize. I'd say that Trump would carry Florida he carried it by 3.4. I think by 2024, Donald Trump will carry that by maybe 5 or 6%. I think it'll go quite fairly, quite far to him because definitely, I think he will be because Florida like him, and especially if he picks DeSantis as his running mate, then you could see that. And for tilt, I'd also say Georgia and Arizona. Definitely, again, I'd say they could go. And I'd also say North Carolina would be a tilt Democratic state. So I'm going to come back to Texas in a bit, and I said I would come back to Alaska. So Alaska. Here I went to Trump by 10.1%. You might think, yeah, that's a large margin, a very large margin. In 2016, he carried it by 14.7%. I know, you're probably saying that's only 4.7% more. You come back and you look at 2008, went to McCain by 21.5%, and that was a Democratic lead year. And I know that 2008, his running mate was Sarah Palin, but still, if it wasn't Sarah Palin, it's not like it's going to shift. And I know what you're thinking, American politics has definitely changed since then, but still, you have a look at 14.7, that's a shift by 4.7% to the left. So I think that, it could narrow up very easily, very, very easily, as the Alaska much are very traditional Republicans, and especially with Lisa Murkowski, I think it can narrow up to about 2%, around 2%. So, that would be that. So, coming back onto Texas, I think Texas will flip to the Democratic side into his bid. Oh, I forgot to do main second district. That would be likely. So, I definitely think that would be a lean Democratic state because, in 20 in 2020 it went by 5.6%, but I think you could easily narrow up very quickly. 2022 governor's race could completely change it. And 2024 Senate race, I am certain that Beto O'Rourke will run if he doesn't run for governor in 2022, and even if he does, I still think he'll run for Senate, and I think he'll beat Ted Cruz in 2024. I think Ted Cruz really hurt himself in 2020 and 2021. That's how I think. So I do think he will beat Trump with 359 electoral votes, and it'll be sort of a landslide year. So thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have a great day and a great Sunday today. So stay tuned for some more videos, and goodbye.